The engines don't whisper here. They roar like thunder trapped under steel. Under the lights, with tire smoke hanging over the front stretch and sponsor decals flashing like war paint, one name returns from the dark: Larry Brager. Once, he was fearless. Once, he drove inches from disaster and called it home. Then came the crash. Metal twisting, glass exploding, radio static, a voice screaming his name. Since that night, every green flag has sounded like a warning. But when a small underdog crew from Blackfeet Motorsports rolls out a battered black machine with a green spoiler, dripping paint, and Chop Shop Racing stamped across the bumper, Larry gets the call nobody thought would come. One more ride, one more race, one more chance to prove the past didn't win. In the garage, the air is thick with oil, pressure, and unfinished business. Crew chiefs bark over headsets, lug nuts scatter across pit road, tires slam onto asphalt. The stopwatch doesn't care about fear, neither does his rival, a ruthless front-runner willing to crowd, scrape, and wreck anyone standing between him and victory. Larry straps in, helmet down, hands shaking, heart pounding. The radio crackles. "You still with us, driver?" He stares through the windshield at a field of monsters, red, yellow, green, black, all hungry for the same strip of pavement. "Yeah," he says, "I'm still here." The green flag drops. 40 cars explode into the night. Drafts tighten, bumpers kiss. Smoke pours from locked tires as trucks spin through chaos. A car flips through the haze. Sparks shower the wall. Pit road becomes a battlefield of fuel, rubber, and fireproof suits. And every lap, Larry fights two races, the one ahead of him and the one replaying in his mind. Then, with the crowd on its feet and the lights blazing over the final corner, the caution flies. One restart left. Fresh tires, bent fenders, no room, no mercy. His rival pulls alongside, smiling behind the visor. The radio boasts silent. Larry breathes in the fear, the wreckage, the pain, and lets it burn. This is not just a comeback. This is the lap that decides who he is. The final restart. Every driver gets one last chance to outrun the past.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week 2 of the Chop Shop Nationals Throwback Series. We appreciate everybody out there this week that's going to spend some time with us this Thursday evening. I am in the booth with two of my favorite colleagues, Mr. John Hammond, as well as Mr. Michael, the producer, Bollinger. How's it going, fellas? You guys excited about today's race?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah.
forward. Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a doozy, but it's also going to come down to tire management and between man and machine tonight, because it's not like last week where it was full throttle pedal to the metal. You actually have to lift, and I'm going to be interested to see how these drivers can get into these turns and back onto the straightaway as these tires wear, because we're not going on a flat straightaways like we normally would see. We're going on 9 degrees of banking into the straightaway. So if you lose it up top, you're going to go straight down to the inside wall.
You're absolutely right, Michael. This is night and day from last week. You got last week where you got a lot of these drivers. Their specialty is the high speed racetrack, super speedways, if you will. But now we are shrunk down to a small bowling alley, and you're going to have these same aggressive drivers coming in here. This is a totally different driving discipline. I'm looking at the top 10 right now, and a lot of those guys is not going to look like that come at the end of this race. There's going to be people dropping out of that stuff. This is a totally different racetrack. These tires are going to get ate up, and these guys are going to have to become wheelmen.
100%. 100% on par with what you just stated, John. That is, you couldn't have said it any better. We're at a little bowl here, a little dish, best known as the Monster Mile at Dover. This is an awesome place. Everybody's excited about coming here to this concrete surface. Their drivers are just finishing up qualifying right now. We got about a minute left before we go to green. While we're going to do that, we're going to go ahead and get us the national anthem in here. And let's get these gentlemen ready and there's engines started.
But before we get to the national anthem,
Welcome back. Welcome back. All righty, we got about 30 seconds left here. The cars are gridding up. Everybody's getting ready. Let's see what we got going on.
Couple of things real quick before you get into that, Striker. We just had some audio issues here. Whoever is broadcasting their in-stream, which I think is Bollinger, you have your mic on for the stream there. It's echoing, so mute your webcam mic, please.
Awesome. Yeah, so speaking of that, last week we had a little bit of audio issues out there. So if you guys are out there and you're listening to this broadcast, if you happen to pick up on any deficiencies or anything we can pick up on and help improve the broadcast, especially the audio, definitely be sure to make a chat and interact with us so we can try to remedy that as quickly as we can. But we are going to go to the grid right here. John's going to give us a rundown as well as Bollinger. Go ahead, John.
All right, we got Cal in the number 1 spot on the pole position there with a 24. It looked like a 6. Then we got John Gregg on the outside. Nate Biggert in the 3rd hole. Brian Rayburn in 4. Mark Retchen in the 5 spot, followed by Jonathan Casabier in the 6th. Michael Caffrey in the 7th. Joshua Sinkford in 8th. Mr. Zimmerman in the number 9 spot. And Johnny in the number 10 spot.
We got Jason Day in the... Go ahead.
rolling off row number 5, rolling off row number 6 in the number 52, Jason Day. And the 15 of Anthony Crownover rolling off P number on the outside. Row number 7 in the number 6, and on the inside will be Ty Marsgrove. And the 47 of Carl Fitz. Round out your top 15 and rolling off row number 8. It's going to be the 31 of Austin Knight into his inside, Jeff Payne. Take it away, Striker, to finish the grid.
Jeff K. We got Austin Stampier, number 17th. Jerry Culver, a local celebrity here at Chop Shop, in number 18th. Brad Dive Bomb Dove. We got something special for Brad today, and then locking up the number 19 spot. Clint Hackett, a local celebrity as well, an OG. Tony Sanders and Mr. Robert Church bringing out the top 22. And that is it. We had 22 vehicles show up this week. Let's go ahead and get everybody ready.
It's going to be a good one, Striker. And 2 weeks ago when we were here with the Speed Trophies Truck Series, I had a decent start, but it didn't end that well. But last week, on Tuesday, I bounced back, and that's the story for later, race fans. As the pace car has his lights off, he's ready to go green. Carl Spencer, Carl Fitz, awesome. We got Cale Spencer, John Gregg, Nathan Bigart, Brian Rayburn, Mark Retchen. The top 5 is Cale Spencer takes him back to the green. We are back racing in the Chop Shop National Series. We're green at Dover. Race number 2 is underway. We're starting to get a good little battle here between John Gregg, Cale Spencer already. Cale Spencer, John Gregg still going side by side here in the initial race, but Cale Spencer able to prevail in front of John Gregg for the time being. But it's going to come down to tire saving as in tire management right here. It looks like the inside lane trying to be the primary most dominant lane right now, but I could expect that to change throughout the race as the laps wind down here.
So Cale Spencer ended up winning the Daytona 500 for us last week. He is coming in as one of the projected AI favorites. Every single week, this league puts on a projection based off of last week's results and as well as round-robin information that's submitted to AI. And Cale Spencer did come up as the most, I guess the percentages are going to be the best on Cale Spencer today, do successful. But he's got a lot of, he's got John and Nate right behind him, and those guys are going to be no slouch. Kaserby's running in 4th, and Mr. Rayburn's rounding out the top 5. So as of right now, everybody's playing nice. It's a long race. 3 laps in, we'll see how these tires hold up.
Oh yeah, they're out. The field is all stretched out here. Everyone's real patient right now. I'm looking back in the back here. You got some guys trying to make a little move up here, but they can do all they can to try to get to the front. If they don't take care of those tires, it's all for naught when they get up there.
I'd have to agree with you on this one, John, because remember, last week it came down to tires and fuel, but also came down to handling. Tonight is going to be who can save the tires the most and have some rubber at the end of this race.
We're going to go to some of the webcams. We got 4 fantastic drivers that are in the webcam. Let's jump in and double check. Let's go and look at Mr. Jason Day. There he is in that beautiful 52 car. He's checking in with us in that webcam, the Chopping It Up webcam for the evening. We also have a couple of other drivers that are going to be in the webcams. There's number 28.
Mr. Hackett.
Mr. Clint Hackett. Now, Clint's currently running in the top half of the field. Who else do we got in here? Let's see. Clint Hackett. I believe we got Tony Sanders.
Oh, Mr. Tony Sanders. He's looking a lot more calm than last week. He's probably got a couple of those cervezas going there.
He was the most popular short last week on YouTube. We posted a short of him having a beer while, what was it? He was reaching over and grabbing a beer while taking the lead. And that video ended up getting thousands of hits on YouTube. So we appreciate everybody out there liking that one. That was super awesome and super excited for Tony being one of the stars of Chop Shop Nationals that week. That's Robert Church right there. Mr. Iowa himself, Mr. Roberto Church. I got a fun fact. Mr. Robert Church is wearing an Arizona Diamondbacks hat, camouflage hat, sent by his, what do they call it? Discord buddy. Mr. Striker Strickland sent that Arizona hat to him. He's wearing it. He's super proud. He said he's never rooted for another team other than Arizona. So that's a quick fact that he's out there just wearing that hat for us. We appreciate that there, Robert Church.
And I believe Robert Church also, or our friend Jason, that St. J Sports likes to say, he has the biggest pythons in all of iRacing, too.
Yeah, he does.
I'll tell you what, guys. This top 10 is just fighting it out right now. You got Zimmerman been trying for the last 3 laps to get around the number 33 of Mark Retchen, but just Retchen is just holding him back. 74 up there, just changing lanes back and forth, running with the pack.
So we're inside cockpit of Zimmerman here. He's hovering over underneath the 74 car of Brian Rayburn, moving toward the top half of the field. He's about 6th as of right now. You can hear the engine. He's rolling it back slowly, getting on
I'll
the
tell
gas.
you what I can hear, Stryker. I hear nothing but rubber flying off these tires. These guys are going to be paying for this later. This running side by side, get the pass done. You got to get it done quick. You cannot be running side by side here. It's just going to kill you.
No, absolutely. They can't be taking their time here. As you saw, 74 car, that yellow car, 74 just dropped off and allowed Zimmerman to go forward because the 74 already knows these tires are going to be extremely important, especially the longer run that they get. And these boys have kind of settled in. Single file run. Everybody's just following Cale around for the time being. I don't think it's the smartest move. You got one of the stronger drivers up there just setting pace. You know, normally with that normally forecast out is Cale's just going to walk away with it if we keep doing that, just following him around.
Well, he's been hovering about a 3/10 of a lead over Greg John and 5/10 over Casabir. And it's been steady like that for about, I don't know, the last dozen laps here. He's obviously just pacing the field. He'll get on it when he needs to.
Now from 2 weeks ago, I can estimate how we got in the Speed Trophy trucks. He was about 50-ish laps of fuel. I'm going to be estimating we'll have about 55, 60 laps of fuel in these machines tonight before we can be seeing some pit stops. Maybe less, depending on how the tire fall off is.
Well, I gotta say, I don't care. You can give them 1,000 laps of tank of fuel in there. These guys are not going to make it on tires. They are going to have to short pit. To win this race, it's going to be down to the tires. They got 5 sets total. They can't borrow any from buddies, but they got to make these 5 sets last, and the way to do that is to take your time and use a little patience and save that right rear.
If I'm not mistaken, Stryker, I think we have 2 more cams to show tonight as well.
Yes, we do. We got a special cam this evening for everybody that's out there.
What? Special alert.
Mr. Booth Cam, we got a booth cam up here. Mr. Michael Bollinger up in the booth. He's up on the cam this night. He's going to go ahead and show you what it is behind the scenes. He's not driving a car, but he's definitely driving the show.
Yeah, I'm not driving a car tonight like I was 2 nights ago down at the speed in Chicagoland.
Oh, we
tonight,
know.
I'm up here with you guys.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I saw somebody scoot down to the bottom. Something happened.
No flag, though.
No flag.
Looks like the Tony Sanders.
No.
Looks like that. 21.
I can't say.
Tony Sanders.
Let me see what happened here. We were trying to go back just to double check. I saw somebody shoot down to the bottom, but I couldn't see who it was. It was a white car.
Looked like he just got loose. Low on the corner exit or corner entry.
Local celebrity Jerry Culver here right into the back, playing it smart. We got Jerry, Austin, Clint, and Carl all in the back just lounging. And Mr. Tony Sanders, that might have been the vehicle that actually hit the wall on the inside. He's in the pits. Yeah.
It is.
So Tony Sanders entered the pits. So
he did nothing, but he just got a little loose coming out of the corner there, and got no one's way. He just slid down to the bottom track, was able to keep it off the wall. We'll see if he can get bounced back from here. He's going to go at least a couple laps down.
I don't show him hitting the wall or anything, but he might have had an emergency or something happen. Oh, well, we do have a caution now. Yeah, funny thing is,
From what I've seen, Stryker, looks like Joshua Sigfield just got a little bit loose out of turns 1 and 2 coming out, going down to the straightaway on the backstretch. Got a little loose, hit the inside wall with his right rear, and then hit the inside wall with his left side there. It looks like that's going to be some damage to try to get repaired and try to get back into this race. Because remember, there are no fast repairs, and like we said last week, every point matters because we're going to the chase format, the old points format, where even if you have a missing front bumper, a missing hood. You want to still try to be out there and get as many points as you can.
Yeah, just we're replaying right now with Siegfried. What happened with Siegfried? He just got a little bit loose, ended up spinning by himself. That shouldn't hurt him too much. He just coming off the corner, coming off that hill, just broke loose. Tires probably got a little bit hot. Went down, smacked the inside wall. He should be fine. He's probably going to go in there and go ahead and get some repair happening. But we still got the same three up front: Cale, John, and Nate. But Jonathan Casebeer seems to have moved up a couple spots, so he gained some spots there.
KCB is looking at wanting to try to go put a good battle next on Saturday as... Wait, no, I forgot. This week, the O'Reilly Series is off this week, but the Cup Series, they're going to be in for a good race tomorrow, aren't they, Striker?
They're actually off for the weekend, but if they were racing, you can definitely guarantee that they were going to have a wonderful, wonderful race. That's one of the better series, one of the cleaner series, part of the chop shop industry, that O'Reilly series. A lot of these drivers that run here in this 87 series do also run in that Xfinity series, so they're very accustomed to running around each other. But for some reason, when you put some decent drivers in that Xfinity car, sparks happen. It's just great racing out there.
Sparks will fly, and tomorrow night's supposed to be another good doozy, isn't it, for the Chop Shop Cup Series?
I'm not 100% sure where the Chop Chop Cup Series is at on Friday. It might be a road course. I believe they're at Watkins Glen. A lot of the guys were not looking too forward to that Watkins Glen race, but it's part of NASCAR. You got to be good turning left and right. You just can't be good turning left anymore.
Actually, the Cup Series is off tomorrow as well, as they get ready to go to Watkins Glen next week to go right and left.
Is that what it was? Yeah, it's Watkins Glen. They were going to go to Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen's always a decent race for those that like road courses. It's one of the more popular ones, so it usually puts on a great race.
Now, but first they gotta get through this bye week. As the Speedy Trophy Truck Series was the only series besides the Thursday series to actually have an actual race this week, Striker.
Yeah, Speedy Trophy Truck Series was the only one that raced this week, with Kobe Hartung coming out on top after a pretty chaotic race during the first portion of the actual race, but it ended up being quite an awesome race towards the tail end of it, as it was a huge green flag run that they ended up finishing the race under. So that was pretty awesome. Congrats to Kobe. He's one of the stronger guys in the truck series on Tuesday nights, but he doesn't run these 87 series here.
And I just run Tuesday night as well before I had my pit road incident. It's fun going to the pits under that final caution, which set us up for that final long green flag run. And I gotta say, for my first time running the top 17 with these guys out of standard oval, I felt out of place.
There's a lot of good action going on right now. Most of these cars, I think they've figured it out. It's just they got to take it easy. They're all getting single file, especially the guys up front. Let's check out a couple guys in the back. We got Robert Church, Austin Knight, Mr. Stampier. Every single one of these guys is doing the same thing. They're just taking it easy in, rolling the gas, conserving the tires. It's going to be...
Yeah, you're right. They're taking it easy for the ones that stayed out. There was 3 or 4 cars that came in on that caution, and I did confirm that at least 2 of them have taken 4 tires. So they're either going to go fuel up tires and going for a different strategy here. But remember, there are no stages in the 87 series. These guys have to manage these tires the best they can.
Think about it, John. This is the only other series that does not have stages, because the Wednesday ARCA series also doesn't have stages either. So this is a different animal, but it's still the same format with no stages in the old point system on the Wednesday night series.
The biggest thing that they're going to have to deal here, regardless of points, is keeping the car on the track. And we walked in thinking it was going to be a little bit more chaotic than it is. But as of right now, every single one of these drivers has picked up their game and definitely brought their A game here at the Monster Mile, because I haven't seen a lot of these cars slipping and sliding yet. I know we're only 20 laps in, but these old heavy 87s, they get these tires pretty hot within the first 5 laps. So that means these guys are doing a great job with tire management and pacing themselves. So far so good. Everybody's doing pretty good.
As well, as I'm looking at the current track temperature, Striker will come in at a track temperature of roasting 99 degrees, but the air temperature is coming in at 72 degrees with 74% humidity and a 3-mile-per-hour wind as well.
Well, that 99 degrees is misleading. That track, if that's the track temp, these guys are fortunate to have that track temp. It is overcast here. The track is cool. I can't imagine what a sunny day would be here on this concrete. It would be a slick.
No, normally these guys are not as gifted as they were this Thursday evening with a cooler track surface. Even though these cars have tremendous amount of horsepower and a really soft compound tire, the weather plays a huge impact on how they're going to have to drive that car. Oh, we got a caution. We do have a caution. It looks like, let's double check to see who's out there, what happened.
It's like Michael Caffrey.
Michael Caffrey.
Back-to-back weeks with bad luck, Striker.
All right, we're on Michael Caffrey. Let's see what happened here with Mr. Michael Caffrey on this one. That would be that 77 car right there. It looks like he just got a little loose by himself. Did anybody hit him? Oh, he did get collected there with the number 6 car. How bad is that in damage? We're about to find out. Let's go jump in the number 6's car. That would be Ty. Let's look inside Ty's car. Let's see how it happened. See how far.
Looks like the number 6 though is missing his front bumper as well, so that could be playing a lot of aero. And it looks like maybe his right front fender as well.
That's gonna hurt. All right, we're going to take a quick hydration break. We're going to be right... Actually, you know what? No, yeah, let's take a quick hydration break. I wasn't sure if that's worthy of the Dove Bomb Award this evening. Pretty close. It was pretty close. But we'll be right back.
Like last week, the whole field got the Dove Bomb.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's worthy of the Dove Bomb.
Well, Striker, why don't you go to hydration break? How about we go say hi to our friends over at Chop Shop Weekly?
You go ahead and drag one up here. Bring them up here.
I'll sound out for our commercial break.
Oh, let me see. Does Pace Car still got the lights on? Let's do it. Yes, they do. We'll be right back.
From the coldest lane on the track, calm under pressure, ruthless when it counts, rolling in with ice in his veins, Brian Iceman Fine. You hear the name, you know chaos is coming. No apologies, no backing down, no fear at full throttle. Here comes Nate Fuck Biggert. Sour for the competition, sweet in victory lane, quick on the wheel, and built for the big moment. This is Tyler Lemon. Coming from the north with horsepower and attitude, tough, relentless, and ready to take the fight across the border, Jason the Canadian Day. He doesn't need to talk. He lets the lap time speak. Silent, smooth, and dangerous when the lights come on. Tyler, the silent assassin Dalton. 5 drivers, 5 machines, 1 track, and only one way to settle it. Drop the green.
All right, we're back from a quick commercial break there. That was similar to the Young Guns on NASCAR. That's the Chop Shop Young Guns. 5 of the top drivers in the league. Want to make sure that everybody's fully aware what they're out there and who they are. But we're about to go green. The lights are off on the pace car as we've been having the entire race. Mr. Cale Spicer's still out front. Let's see if anything unfolds here. We're 34 laps in of 185 laps.
I was going to say, Striker, not just behind, behind Cale is his brother, not his brother, but his friend or brother, if you want to call it in racing terms, from the same side of the border. Jason Day, as we go back green at Dover. I'm really interested to see how these two work together as well as they did last week. But we also got the number 3 of Casabir and the Goodrich number 3 coming back up to the front now as well, as he's +4 on the day so far. Robert Church +13 coming to the 9th place. He's the hard charger so far on the day.
That's right. Robert Church gained a ton of spots there while everybody pitted. He's been slowly, silently working his way back up the field. Robert Church actually has experienced some success here in the Monster Mile. This is where I believe he's won before.
You know what? I believe you're right. We have to look into the Chop Shop archives to be sure. But I know last time we were at the Monster Mile just a few weeks ago, Nate Biggert was able to pull off the lead, and we know how good he is at short tracks and saving his tires. So let's look to see if he can try to get another Bristol win within the same year and back-to-back Chop Shop seasons.
Guys, during that last caution, there was multiple wrecks during that caution. I believe the caution was brought out. The 47 of Carl took that claim, but I believe the incident was involved with the 77. I was seeing if they had any damage, but it looks like he's off pace a little bit. But I believe that was the caution, but we'll see what's going on with that 77 car.
What John's referencing to is the driver taking the claim. It's an internal communication system where the driver takes responsibility for the accident and they're sent to the rear of the field. John's trying to clarify that the 47, there was multiple accidents there. It looked like we had focused in on another driver that might or might not have been the reason of the accident, but there's definitely, the 47's definitely having some issues. We do have a accident, though.
Jerry Culver and the 14 are involved, Stryker. That was Jerry Culver and the 14. The 14 and the 9 both involved. That's Sigfield and Jerry Culver.
All right, let's get some Jerry Culver action here. We're bringing you right back. Let's see what happened. So Jerry looks like he just broke loose. Everybody seems to be having that same break loose. Oh, he gets slammed. That might be the one. Poor, was that Josh Siegfried? He was running so good. Yeah, in the 9 car. Yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's take a look at the in-car cockpit for Mr. Siegfried. Let's see what he saw. All right, he's coming in here, coming off of 2 full speed going into 3. Drops down to the bottom. I see no smoke yet. Hasn't picked it up. Oh, there it is. He's got time. What did it? Oh, he just...
Hey, Stryker, I hate to say it, but I think that's worthy of the...
That might be the Dove Bomb of the race.
It only makes sense when you think Stryker.
That right there definitely, so far, has been the Dove Bomb of the race. Wow.
In the studio with us now, Stryker, his little furry friend named Robin. If you want to bring a live shot in the booth again, you'll see a little furry friend that just now decided to join us in the booth. She's a little race fan. She's my little co-pilot on Tuesday nights. She likes being in the cockpit with me, but I don't let her for safety reasons, because if you guys remember what happened at the beginning of the Speed Trophies truck season at Daytona, you'll know why.
We're all animals lover over here, Mike.
But just, I'll say, cue the clip that we have in Discord of what happened to Daytona, the first race of the season.
I don't have it readily available, but it was one of the funniest clips you've ever heard in your life. Now these guys are gearing up here. The pace car has turned off the lights. We want to make sure that everybody is full aware we're about to go green. We do appreciate the extra company. Bollinger, we're going to keep you on screen for the next couple laps. Give us a big old smile and get us rolling here.
I will, John. Well, the Canadians are running 1-2 right now. Jason Day giving Robert Church, Brad Dove a run for the money. Robert Church coming into the 6th position right now, plus 16. Brad Dove plus 14. The two Chop Shop Weekly guys going. Some of the Chop Shop Weekly guys are running 5-2 and in the booth right now. So I'm ready to see how this goes. As you guys are seeing, single file restart. Slappers inside. Lead lap on the outside. This is going to be an interesting restart here. For 21, if he can get a good jump on Jason Day, he can get himself back on the lead lap or get one of his mini laps back. But it does not look like it's going to happen. Cale Spitz or Jason Day out front. And it's going to be fun watching the battle of our friends up north, seeing which one of these two would jump first. Or are they just going to try to save here a little bit as we're going back down the Dover backstretch right now. Or should we say the Exalta Bridge they're coming up to now. And it's going to be interesting. Because right here is where you'd want to drop into the pits. This is concrete, just like 2 weeks ago and on Tuesday. And last Friday.
Under that last caution there, we had Jerry Culver involved in that incident there and was not happy with the number 9 of Joshua there. We'll look to see if anything develops there, but the car 14 of Jerry Culver is unable to finish. He is out of the race.
That's so unfortunate.
I was going to say, we might want to have NASCAR security stand by just in case if Jerry Culver decides to go up to Joshua Siegfried's Hollow within the next couple weeks to see.
This is 1987, man. There's no security. This is how they handle their business.
Jerry can get spicy at times. He's super passionate. When you drive in the Chop Shop Series, this 87 National Series, and you really want to be successful, things that happen to him get him really riled up. But Jerry's a great driver. He's going to be perfectly fine. You know, him and Siegfried will have to just talk it out and pit behind the pit stall, and let's see how it pans out. But I think they're going to be moving fine. We're just going to have to monitor it moving forward.
They'll be fine. Going forward, we'll see if that story develops, but the story right now is the number 29 of Cale. He has stretched his legs out to well over 1.2 seconds of a lead here over Jason Day and Brian Rayburn in 3 with Mr. Mark Retchen in that Skull Bandit 33 in the top 4.
Well, John, I gotta say, any series in Chop Shop can be heated at times, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you make your mistake and say you're sorry at the end of the day, they're still going to be your best friend. But if it comes
we got a battle brewing here. We got a battle for the top 5 spot here. We got the 25. He seems to be off pace here, and they are getting impatient with him. The 71 taking the high side.
It looks like Brad Dove now, he's getting hung out to dry because the 33 now, the 18, the 31 all taking advantage of the outside lane now.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that 25 and the 15, but I'll tell you what, the Nate Biggert and Greg John are both moving up through the field. They are just slicing and dicing. They are creeping their way up to the front here. That's going to be the competition for that leader of ours, Cale Spicer.
Well, it's going to be fun to see what's going to develop here. A lot of these guys, I'm assuming most of these guys have taken tires. They're on their second set of tires. They've already run 50 laps here at Dover. They know what the track's doing, what it's expecting, but we haven't had that long green flag run develop. This could be it here. Let's see how everybody takes advantage of this. Who's going to be the ones that are moving forward? Who's going to be the guys that are dropping back?
Well, as long as if this field can get stretched out, we got a little bunch up here, not too much of the Greg, the 83, the 18, and the 15 of Anthony Crownover. They seem to be moving up through the field. If they can get through the field peacefully, if you will, we should have that green flag stop. But right now, everybody's stretched out, and Cale is dominating with almost a 2-second lead here.
You're right indeed there, John. And taking a second and maybe taking a set of tires, maybe a 2 sets this early, that could be real bad come towards the end of the race when you could be needing that extra set or 2.
I tell you what, man, this Craig John, in the 83, he is trying to get by this Mr. Robert Church in the 71, but Church is just giving him hell on trying to get this done. He's got to get this done quick. The leaders are starting to pull away from him.
They're definitely battling.
You got Nate Biggert. You got Nate Biggert in the 18, just sitting there back, waiting patiently, see who's going to make the move here. He's going to pick that guy and follow him. He's actually probably studying how to get this pass done. He does not want to sit here and go battle to battle with Robert Church, always pinning people down. You got to get by this guy fast, or he's going to make you eat tire.
And yes, we know Nathan Biggert does know how to win here. He did it on old tires 2 weeks ago, so I'm interested to see when he makes this move, because I think Nathan Biggert might be one of the ones to watch tonight going for the win.
I'm telling you, we got to focus in on this battle here for the top 5 spot. My spidey senses, hair is sticking up. This is not going to end well if these guys keep after it. Crownover sitting in that spot right behind him. He is just waiting for this accident to happen to squeeze on by.
So we're riding with Robert Church right here. You're looking at his in-car. You can see him battling. He's trying to stay on that high side. He's trying to make sure that everybody has plenty of room. The problem is he's also trying to find room. Yep. He's also trying to find room. He just found some room. Let's see if Crownover's going to let him settle in, or he's going to put that nose underneath that fender and get him loose.
Crownover sees blood in the water, and the 71 is bleeding right now. He is falling back, but he is giving up. He's not giving up. He's keeping in the fight. He's driving the lower line. He is making these guys work for these passes. He is not going out without a fight.
And as it looks like Anthony Crownover was able to make quick work of it. As now we have Robert Church now falling back down to the 8th spot, but we still can't count him out. Looks like he's trying to save tire, let him cool off, or something, or he already ate up some of those right sides already.
The 15 of Anthony Crownover was able to pull that off so quickly because he got to study the 83 and the Nate Biggert trying to work past him, and he learned from those guys and did not do what they did, is sitting there hovering. Got a little battle back here with Clint Hackett in the 28 and the 27 of Austin Stamper. Looks like the 28 rocketed to the point. He's on the chase. He's tracking down the number 30 car of Jeff Kay. Don't look now, but our friendly beer drinker in that 21, he is moving up. He is a couple laps down. Oh, correct. Yeah. I'm sorry. He is on the lead lap, I believe. Oh, no. I'm sorry. He's 12 laps down. Let's light a candle for him.
Speaking of lighting the candle, let's go ahead. Light this man a quick candle.
Unfortunately, car 47 won't continue tonight after a brutal hit to the wall. Don't worry, buddy. We'll light a candle for you. I'm not dead. I just need a fast repair. For Rex, too ugly to replay.
Yeah, that 47, that is great, man. That is some good stuff there. We got our crack team in the broadcast here, putting out these great in-live commercials with the Rex going on. Check us out, Chop Shop TV. Send your friends, give us a like, give us a follow. It helps us out.
Big question right now, John, is does Mr. Jason Day, Mr. Brian Rayburn have anything for Cale? I don't know. I think Cale's been kind of holding back, and he's just now showing his muscle.
I don't know. This Cale, this 29 now, he's the hype. He's the, Connor Zillage of the, Xfinity track. But he come in here, everybody seems to be terrified of him. Who's going to go up there and face the big bad wolf of Carl Spicer? They need to get up there and trade some blows. They just can't let him go on this Sunday drive. And the team that I think is going to pull it off, and they've been moving up one pace at a time, and they're working the 33 right now, is the car of 83, Greg John, and Nate Biggert in the 18.
Problem is they're letting Cale out there run by himself, just managing them tires. And these boys back here, John, Nathan, Mark, Anthony, Robert Church, they're all beating on each other, wasting every little part of them freshies. So it's going to be difficult. However, I like that they're all running clean. Everybody's running good. Nobody's bouncing off the wall. So that means they have plenty of car control this evening. And the track surface isn't as bad as they thought it would be. At least it doesn't look like it is initially.
Well, I got to tell you, this Cale is 29. You're right. He's up there just on a Sunday drive. He is in the best spot to take care of that car. Here's the disadvantage. If he gets too far ahead, then he starts losing his reference point. Is he going too hard, too slow? What's the difference? He has to keep those guys in touch so he can pace himself.
That is a pretty good point there. I'm looking at the 77 of Michael Caffrey right now. It looks like he was able to get some of that damage fixed from his prior incident he had from one of the earlier crashes. Looks like right now he just has a little bit of a dimple on his right side right now.
We got Rayburn giving up that 4th spot to Anthony Crownover. He takes over the 12th spot, or excuse me, the 5th spot there.
74 car seems to be dropping back.
Well, he must know something that we don't know, unless he's still on the same set of tires, looking for late cautions and having these little island hoppers, if you will, these 2-lap speed sessions. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. These guys are spaced out. They found a groove. They're finding their legs, if you will. But right now, the sprint is on with Kyle Spicer. We got this 84 car of Johnny Hamby. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's caught up to the 71 of Robert Church. Now, Church just went through about a 10-lap session of ass whooping there. That's he's been sitting there. I think he got his tires cooled down. He's found his home. He's cruising here. But that 84, he's wanting that position. He's going to try to get it.
Wheeling these big boys around this track, it's got to be working. They got to be working. Let's go. Let's jump in Mr. Robert Church's in-car camera here, and let's see how much he's working. Let's go look at them guns.
Listen to those tires screaming.
I think he's getting on it.
We got the leaders up here in traffic right now, Stryker. We got the 47 of Carl Smith. He's a well off pace. He's just letting everybody drive by on the outside here. But there's more traffic up ahead. We got these leaders are starting to run into some lap traffic.
We haven't had lap traffic the entire race, so that's definitely another thing that they're going to have to pay attention. It looks like everybody's just managing the last bit of their tires that they have left. They definitely don't have enough fuel to one-stop it, so you're looking at a two-stop here. There's, probably about a two-stop, depending on how far they can stretch it out.
From what I'm hearing on the radio, Stryker, we have Mr. Jeff Kane communicating to Jason Day and Cale Spicer that he's going to lift and stay on the high side for them, so he can let them by on the low side, on the preferred lane here.
You're right, Jeff K. He's having trouble handling that car right now. He looks smooth. He's cruising along here, but when he gets traffic around him, it's messing with his air, and he's kind of getting loose. Unlike our two leaders here, Cale Spicer and Jason Day, they look like ducks on the pond, nice and smooth, but I guarantee those legs are pumping.
Well, while we were back here messing around with the riffraff in the back of the pack, Jason Day started to close in on Cale Spicer. I'm not sure if it was the actual cautions and where they ended up finding getting up to the drivers a lap down, but Jason Day has cut the lead down from over a second, and he's right there on his bumper, only 3 or 4 car lengths back. He's either figuring out what he needs to do, or Cale's got to cool off them tires. We'll see.
You're right, Striker. Cale, he did close the gap. It's down to 0.4 of a second, but it was up to almost 3-second lead there. Traffic did play a part in here, but the one thing I did notice looking back at it is the 52 was able to get around those lap cars a lot more efficient than the 29.
We're inside.
Might be a big factor as well, Striker and John, as it might be the end of Cale Spencer's tires here, which means that this might be interesting if Cale Spencer might have to pit by himself if his tires are starting to wear as bad as like that, because I don't think he's yet to pit.
I don't. Oh. We do got a caution. We got a caution. Let's see what happened.
Anthony Crownover goes around. Looks like just off the exit of turn 4.
Another one right in the middle of the corner, just breaking free. That right rear it's got to be getting hot. When the car's shifting, it's either bottoming out or something's happening right there. Let's go inside his car. Let's see if we can kind of figure out what's going on. Is it tires? Was it the bump? I mean, this place is bumpy. We didn't go inside his cockpit. Let's double check that one more time. Coming into the corner. Oh, it just broke loose. Tires got hot. And then he just lit up the tires. Make sure he saved it. That actually probably saved his car. Good job. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break here since we are under caution, and these cautions do go quick. Does anybody know somebody like Dave?
Welcome to the group, Dave, whenever you're ready. Hi, I'm Dave, and I haven't checked my iRacing lap times in 11 minutes. His wife sighs. Yesterday, he called the grocery store parking lot Pit Road. His friend raises a hand. He whispered, "Clear low," while passing me in the hallway. His daughter nods. He bumped into the coffee table and blamed netcode. Dave leans forward. To be fair, the table did appear suddenly.
Dave thought it was just a hobby. Then came the gloves, the wheel, the pedals, the hosted races, and Daytona 24. If you or someone you love keeps saying, "I'm only here for the SR points," please pick up the phone and call iRacers Anonymous. There is always enough time to save another racer.
The group murmurs supportively. His wife continues. At dinner, he asked for more rear brake bias in the mashed potatoes. Dave shrugs. They were pushing wide. A counselor smiles. Dave, do you think iRacing has taken over your life? Dave looks toward his full racing rig glowing in the corner. No, I'm in complete control.
Every year, thousands of innocent sim racers tell themselves the same lie. I can quit anytime. But everyone knows it's a lie. The drug is too hard to quit.
A race countdown beeps. Dave bolts upright. I can quit anytime. After this league race,
David did not quit and has lost his family over a hosted recruiting race at Talladega. Don't be like Dave. There is still time to be saved. There is still time. Just call iRacing Anonymous. The first step is admitting brand new pedals will not make you faster.
Do you know what, Dave? Don't be like Dave. All right, we're back.
Commercials are great.
We're back. Guess who's out in front? Mr. Jonathan Casebeer. He generally starts really fast, so it's going to be good to actually pay attention to see his pace and actually see if Cale struggles a little bit with that dirty air now.
Well, that's going to be tough. I mean, he already ripped off past one guy, Kale. I think this is the cat playing with about 14 mice.
Yeah, you can see KCB rounding up. Kale's doing it the smart way. He's just rarely going slow, saving all that tire. That's great driving by Kale.
We got a battle forming back here on the 77. He ducks underneath the 21. 21 gets up into the marbles, though. He's up against the wall. He saves it off the wall, and he comes back and he falls in line. Loses 4 spots.
You know, but here comes Kale Spence on the outside yet again to reclaim his lead and almost makes contact with 3 of Seabreeze. Case of beer, my bad.
He got that pass done, but it looked like he got into the corner there, drifted up to the high side a little bit, and Casebeer had a nice run off there, got to his rear bumper, and thought better of it. He said, let me just hold this second spot and cruise along and maybe learn something. Got a battle going on here for the top 10 spot here, a little cluster of drivers. We got a bee's nest going on here. Someone's going to get stung here shortly.
I think the action's starting to pick up a little bit here. Most of these guys, like I said earlier, they understand where they're at in the process. The guys that were in the back are trying to get to the front. The guys in the front trying to stay up front. There's a lot of back and forth now. There's a lot of movement. Everybody was friendly earlier. It's about to get dicey.
Oh, it's definitely dicey right now. We're looking at the top 10 spot here is a hell of a battle. We got Dove, Austin, Michael Caffrey, Anthony Crownover sticking his nose up in there. Who's going to give or who's going to get to the front is let the known.
Indeed there, John. It's now, since we just had a caution now, everyone went down to the pits. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys do on these fresh tires now.
Spicer reclaims the lead. Day's back in second. Biggert in third. That is an all-star cast of 1, 2, 3 when you're talking about Chop Shop royalty. That right there should stand up the hair on your back.
The cream rises to the top always here, and I told you at the beginning of this race, this is not super speedway racing. This is where the drivers rise to the top. You're going to have your back markers, you're going to have your middle of the pack runners, and then every once in a while you might get a flash in the pan, but it's always going to be a battle between the 29, 52, 18, 83, and the 74. Those are our top runners. Oh, we got a big wreck, big wreck!
Clint Hackett, Jonathan Seeds, Case of Beer, Johnny Hambry, all involved. Big wreck. Oh, Brad Dove also involved. This is a multi-car wreck. Maybe close to the Dove, maybe a close competitor for the Dove Bomb Striker.
You know what? We might have done it too early. We might have done the Dove Bomb too early. This one deserves the Dove Bomb.
Update Striker on the 18 car here. He is not out of the race because of mechanical issues. He's come down with a sudden illness and did not have his backup driver. He had to pull off the track. He will be in the race next week, but unfortunately, due to an illness, he is out of the race. Yeah, I was trying to keep his name silent due to HIPAA laws, but since you busted it out, yes, it was the number 18 of Nathan Biggert. Got a little tummy ache, so he had to park his car for the night. Well, I got to say, the 18 was a threat, but due to the tummy issues, I'm wondering if there isn't any foul play in here from the Kale Spicer. A little too much spice in the soup gave the old 18 the bellyache and lost the race. I don't know. I'm looking for banana peels to come out of there. Something has to happen, or this 29 is just dominating tonight. Yeah, right now everybody's strung out here. We do have a little bit of a battle here between the 33 of Mark Retchen, the 84 of blah, 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 is blank. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, and the 71 of Robert Church. That's about the only action here. Everybody else is single file. You're right. You're right. And I'm looking at here on the iRacing side of things. We do carry an incident point here, and if drivers do acquire 17 incident points, they will get a drive-through penalty. 25 will get them automatically DQ'd from the race. But as of right now, the only highest driver is with an 8X, and no possible threat of getting any kind of penalty because of incident count. I tell you, they do not have enough fuel to make it to the end here. We're on lap 97 of, I believe it's a 185 lap race here. So they're going to have to make another stop. I was wondering how this top five is going to pan out. It looks like the pace is slowing down. They're looking to make a one stop here. They all believe that this is going to go green. So they want to protect this set of tires they got on here right now and get as much life out of them as they can. Oh, we got Greg Johns challenging the 29 of Kale. This is the first time we've seen any kind of challenge for that 29 car, and it seems to be stacking up here with a run on the outside. He has moved up one groove here, and it seems to be working. Now he gets a little loose on the low side here. It looks like the 52 is going to get that position for second place up on the high side. Well, it might have been rubbering up there, but I still got to say, man, when you're side by side here, Kale has got to be loving this. Oh, big run from the 52 up to the bumper of the 29. 83 falls in third here with fourth with the 31 of Austin Knight, and the top 5 is Brandon Zimmerman. We got a battle going back here with the 33 in the Skull Bandit of Mark Retchin and the 71 of Robert Church. Church gets these awesome runs on corner exit, but has nothing to do but eat that sucker because he just can't get into the corner. He's got to get that run on the corner exit, not corner entry. We got a new position in the top 5 here. We got Cale Spears still leading the race here with Jason Day hot on his trail, followed up in the 3rd place, Greg John, Brandon Zimmerman, and Anthony Crownover rounding off the top 5. Got Dove. You got 25 Dove coming out of pit road. I don't know if that was a scheduled pit stop or some kind of emergency, but you know what happens. Dove is going to come out here on brand new tires, and the Dove Bomb Special will be coming out. Let's keep an eye out for that. Hey, when I look at that Folgers car, I don't think coffee. I think playa. The driver of that car in the 87s was a playa. He's working on it. He's working on it. He is setting up. He only has a maximum of 2 bombs. That's all NASCAR lets him have. And when he gets up there, he does not want to waste it on a back marker. He has got those 2 torpedoes locked and loaded for these leaders. Oh yeah, it's all good fun. The award is named in his honor. We got a hell of a battle. Rayburn in the 74 car. He has been trying to get around number 6 for a minute here, and it brought Clint Hackett in the 28 back up to the bumper of the 74. Don't look now, but the angry Australian in that 77, he's coming up on Clint Hackett. He is just trying to pick his way up through.
Names rise, names fall. Pressure finds the truth. From every active series, only the elite crack the Chop Shop pound-for-pound top 15. One question remains. Can you reach the top of Power Mountain?
Bristol lights up, and the trucks come alive. Door to door, bumper to bumper, they dive into the banking with nowhere to hide. The 15...
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had some technical difficulties. We shot you through a commercial here real quick, but we're back. We're back to racing. Top 3 still the same.
The conversation gets real. No filters. The conversation gets real. No filters. No fluff. Just honest racing talk from inside the community. Whether you're a driver, fan, league owner, or just love the grind of competition, this podcast keeps you plugged in and up to speed. Catch the Chop Shop Weekly Podcast every Monday night on YouTube at Chop Shop TV. Chop Shop Racing, built by racers, powered by the community. Download with Watermark.
The engines don't whisper here. They roar like thunder trapped under steel. Under the lights, with tire smoke hanging over the front stretch and sponsor decals flashing like war paint, one name returns from the dark: Larry Brager. Once, he was fearless. Once, he drove inches from disaster and called it home. Then came the crash. Metal twisting, glass exploding, radio static, a voice screaming his name. Since that night, every green flag has sounded like a warning. But when a small underdog crew from Blackfeet Motorsports rolls out a battered black machine with the green straps in, helmet down, hands shaking, heart pounding, the radio crackles. "You still with us, driver?" He stares through the windshield at a field of monsters, red, yellow, green, black, all hungry for the same strip of pavement. "Yeah," he says, "I'm still here." The green flag drops. 40 cars explode into the night. Drafts tighten, bumpers kiss. Smoke pours from locked tires as trucks spin through chaos. A car flips through the haze. Sparks shower the wall. Pit road becomes a battlefield of fuel, rubber, and fireproof suits. And every lap, Larry fights two races, the one ahead of him and the one replaying in his mind. Then, with the crowd on its feet and the lights blazing over the final corner, the caution flies. One restart left. Fresh tires, bent fenders, no room, no mercy. His rival pulls alongside, smiling behind the visor. The radio boasts silent. Larry breathes in the fear, the wreckage, the pain, and lets it burn. This is not just a comeback. This is the lap that decides who he is. The final restart. Every driver gets one last chance to outrun the past.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, and thank you for your patience. We had to reset. Man, we had some complications there, but we're back.
Man, I'm glad to be back, but unfortunately, and due to our broadcast problem there was a little bit of excitement. The Mr. 25 and Brad Dove had those two miss.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yep,
we're
copy.
back again.
Thanks, though. I appreciate it.
Sorry about them technical difficulties. iRacing this evening is giving me a hard time, but we are back. It looks like we're fresh connection. Here we go. Back. We got 130 laps of 185. You haven't missed much. Spicer, Day, and Crownover now rounding up the top 3. Hamley and Retchen are in the top 5. John, what did we miss?
I'll tell you what, you didn't really, like you said, you didn't miss much. The only really action going on here, we are on a really long green flag run. While we were having some technical difficulties, I did mention that the 25 of Brad Dove, he is 17 laps down. He came out of the pits with brand new tires, showed his thunder, burned that stuff up, passed the leader, and guess what? The leader in 52 and the Crownover in the 15 all passed him back. The 25 is dropping like a rock.
Those tires are only good for about a lap or two before you get them hot, and then you actually start feeling the fall off on them quite quickly. So Brad Dove's been known to get them hot pretty quick. So that's not uncommon.
No, it's not uncommon, but I'll catch some more stuff up here. You got the 47 of Carl Fitz. He's 14 laps showing down here, and his only racing competition is Mr. Brad Dove, 17 laps down. Brad's going to have to get a little rocket up his butt to try to get up 3 laps, but you never know what could happen here. Different pit strategy stuff. There is a position race there. The only other race that we have on lap down cars is the 31 and the 21. They keep flip-flopping positions here, and that's both 12 laps down, but that is 4th position.
The best.
We got the 25 slow. 25 is slow. He's coming in the pit road. He came out there, burned up those tires. He must have a surplus in the pits there because he just ate those tires up like for breakfast.
We're going live here in Mr. Jason Day's 52 car. His cockpit showing the steady, smooth inputs coming into the corner, getting the car to breathe a little bit, letting it come up about a half a car length. Cale's just hugging that bottom. You're never going to get around Cale unless you put some pressure on him like that, but Jason Day is doing just that. He's following him around. I think he's got enough car to make a couple of moves. He's just trying to figure out where he's going to make that move, but I guarantee you Cale's got a couple of slippery moves up his sleeve.
Oh yeah, the 29, he's just sitting there hovering in the back or taking the lead here, but the 52 hasn't shown much, but he also hasn't lost much, so that is a concern for that 29. You're just wondering if he's sitting in the haunches. There is no threat for the 1-2 position right now. You got Crownover in the 3rd position, but he is well back. He's about almost 2 seconds behind Day, or getting close to that. So there is no threat on these top 3. They just need to hit their marks and see who can save the tires. They do have to make a pit stop.
That is correct. And they're probably going to want to do it not too far from now. I'm going to say within the next 20 laps, you're going to see some of these guys start going into the pits, taking their last set of tires, and just trying to get out in front of the next guy.
Yeah, about half the field is either a lap or multiple laps down, and we have at least a handful of cars that could not survive the Monster Mile here, but that has produced long green flag run here. The cars are spread out. It's all coming down to talent. If they can keep the 4 wheels under them, this will go green the whole way. I'm interested to see how these guys come into the pit road under green flag conditions with these slick tires here. They could be over drying. Look for penalties coming into the pit stop cycle.
This is not an easy place to get in and get out of the pits. You definitely want to take your time. The good news is that most of these cars they got a 10, 15 car length in between each car. So they will have the ample opportunity to be able to get on them brakes and roll it down in the bottom.
It looked like the 28 of Clint Hackett was way off pace here. It looks like he was trying to get into the pits there, but that big heavy boat, I heard him on the radio saying this heavy boat was hard to stop. I bet you those brakes are heating up on these cars here, and they're having trouble stopping these cars.
This is the longest run of the evening. There's only 45 laps left. Most of
It
these
looks
guys
like
are going to...
28 is getting it slowed down. He's coming into pit road for some service. He wants 4 new good fields on there and get back out there and run. He's going to go at least another couple laps down here.
Slow.
He is the first car a lap down.
So we got the first takers going into the pits at lap 141. That was Clint, number 28, Hackett.
Clint, he took right side tires. It looks like they got the left side of the car jacked up here. Pit crew is working hard here. Oh, it looks like someone dropped the gun. He's going to be slow off the pits here. Oh, he's got him down and moving. 28. Big mistake here.
I hate to laugh. I love Clint, but, you know, sometimes that happens. You're using that old technology, and you just don't get out there as quick as you wanted to.
Yeah, these guys have their pit crews from the next-gen cars here. That single lug nut, man. They're not used to these 5 lug nuts and taking forever to pull off these big sidewall tires. We got 10 cars, guys. 10 cars on the lead lap here. It's looking like it's about to go down to 9. He's 27 seconds tied to number 6 car in P10. He's 27 seconds behind the leader. Look for him to get lapped here shortly. And then next victim would be Mr. Brian Rayburn of the 74. It would be a shame, but not uncommon to see the dominance of this Cale Spicer. He could lap the entire field if he had enough tires.
This is definitely one of those tracks where somebody with real smooth inputs that can keep the car underneath them, hitting their marks over and over again, can definitely lap the field. The place is small enough where you could get out around. You can definitely get around and start lapping the majority of the field. I mean, we already got 9 cars currently on the lead lap. Spicer, Day, Crownover, Hambly, Retchen, Church, Zimmerman, Rayburn, Caffrey, all rounding out the top 9. Only cars on the lead lap.
That number 6 car of Ty there, I don't know. The 29 has stretched it out to almost a second lead over the 52. I don't know if he just was able to hit that 6 car just right and get around him. The 52 is tucked in behind that lap down car. He's got to be struggling to try to get around him.
He's losing time on him. Cale's just utilizing that exact moment to pull away. Unless Day's going to either try to undercut him here and try to get it into the pits. But I think the race is going to be won or lost going in and out of the pits. If it stays green.
You're right, Striker. Ty just finally gave up that spot and let the 52 by. Then next car coming up to that 6 car is the Anthony Crownover. He is 1.5 seconds behind the leader. He's hoping to get by this 6 car as quickly as possible and try to get back into the fight for at least maintaining a podium position.
I guarantee you the 6 is not trying to be a nuisance or a headache. It's just that hard to get out of everybody's way when you're up to full speed. And he's got a damaged car, so it's difficult for him to just have any car control in there. So he's actually doing a good job. I don't think he's impacting them to the point where it's going to cost him the race, but it would be nice if he kind of moved over here and allowed Anthony Crownover to get up around him. He's got enough pace to be able to hang out there, but he is a couple laps down, so you know, if you're Crownover or the other guys.
That pace. He's able to hold the pace. He's a little slow in the middle of the corner there to number 6. So he's obviously, those tires
Is he missing a front bumper? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's missing a front
Maybe
bumper.
that's keeping those tires cool.
Oh, here it comes.
We're going to see. Let me see what's going on other parts of the track. We still got everyone spread out here. You got Clint Haggett. He's just running that upper line up there and just kind of diming in the corner a little. We got the 33 in the Skull Bandit. He is running in the 5th spot, dude. 5th spot, 15 seconds back from the leader. That goes to show you how much Cale is dominating this race. The 5th place guy is 15 seconds back.
It's a small
Big
track.
Surprise.
Yeah,
Big surprise here in the 71. Following up the last week's performance, He is sitting there running P6.
Yeah, a crown over John Hamley, Mark Resch, and Robert Church, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're in the middle, doing really good. In fact, this style of racing, patience, long green flag runs, is going to suit them. They're gonna utilize some of the skill sets that they have to try to move up the field, and their patience is one of their virtues.
Just remember now Chop Shop has all these other races going on. We got this 87 series. We do have a next gen series, Cup series, or excuse me, Truck series, Xfinity series, or excuse me, O'Reilly series. That is. Come check us out. Chop Shop TV is our YouTube channel. Come check us out on Discord. Come and join one of the series. We run almost every night. We have other broadcasters. We have Signature Esports doing our trucks and stuff like that. But right now, this is our first season doing the Cup, the 87 series. Come check us out, Chop Shop TV. We should be coming up to pit road, pit stops coming up here, unless I was daydreaming here, but I've only seen 1 or 2 cars on pit road. Look for those to start happening, and that could cause some problems, but they are well spread out. We'll see what happens.
Looks like everybody's getting settled in. They have what they have. We're riding around with Mr. Jason Day in second place. He's lost a little pace to Cale. Cale's starting to pick it up a little bit. Anthony Crownover is now pushing on Jason Day, maybe making Day use a little bit more car that he wants to use, and it's definitely helping Cale. Cale keeps breaking up and making that gap bigger and bigger. But one of the guys that we haven't talked much about this evening is Johnny Hambley. He's kind of been incognito, and he's running in 4th right now. We haven't been talking much about him.
No. Everyone's been spread out. We've been trying to send out a lot of love here, but I am noticing the leaders are coming up on some more lap down cars. They just got around Carl Fitz. He seems to be communicating with the drivers, the leaders, what his plan is. So that's kind of a reassuring for these leaders that they are going to get around here the most efficient way possible.
All right, we got 158 laps of 185 laps in. We're going to take a quick water latrine break. We'll give you a picture-in-picture, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Just had to take a quick water break there, but it looks like the leaders are about to start getting ready to pit. John, did you see something?
Yes, the 15 just came down pit road. He's pitting. He's going to undercut these guys. He was in third position. He drops down here. He should be able to get it. The only thing that's worrying me right now is if a caution was to come out right now, he would be dead. He looked like he only took right side tires there, Striker. Only right side tires.
So he's really working on that undercut. So he took enough fuel, took right sides only, and he's going to jump out front. Let's see where he comes out. He's obviously going to be at least a lap down, maybe 2.
It's showing him a lap down right now. He just come out of the across the blue line. He is on the back stretch, and the leader is about a back stretch away from him. So he is a lap down and racing the number 6 for the lucky dog position.
I don't know how long these guys are going to take. My guess was they were going to pit a little bit earlier than they have. Everybody seems to have waited till last minute. They want the freshest tires that they can get, but we're down to 21 to go. Either these guys,
Striker, these guys need to start pitting now. If these guys stay out, they are going to get beat because every second. Right now, you're looking at lap time on the leader of 27:081 was his last lap. Let's see what Mr. Crown over in the 15 is running.
He ran 25.8, so over a second and a half, almost a second and a half faster a lap.
Unbelievable. These tires matter. These guys are losing a second a lap. He came in, I believe he was 7 seconds back of the leader. The longer these leaders stay out, the more chances this 15 is going to pull this move off.
That is 100% correct. Now, we got some guys going into the pits. We got Tony Sanders entered the pits. Brian Zimmerman's entering the pits. Michael Caffrey just past Brandon Zimmerman for position. Let's go ahead and see. Yep. Perfect entry on the pits for everybody. No issues there. Green flag pitting is ensuing. That's pretty awesome. We're going to get to see these guys pit. I think one of these guys think that they have enough fuel to get to the end. There's no way that they're staying out this long.
There's no way. We will check their car inspection. If these guys make it on fuel, they got a fuel line that's wrapped around that car 14 times.
We're jumping in Cale Spicer's car right now. We're going to listen to the throttle. Let's see what he's doing. He's got such a big lead. He can coast like that. He's definitely off the throttle. And off the throttle early there. He's coasting. He's coasting. He's going to try to make it.
I don't think he has enough fuel. I really honestly don't think he's going to have enough fuel.
We're in Jason Day's
car. But then again, that's why we're in the announcer booth.
All right, Dave's saving a little bit, but not. There he is. Yeah, early. He clutched that in. All right, let's look at Johnny. What's Johnny doing?
Get him, Johnny! Sweep the leg!
We haven't been talking much about Johnny. That's what I was making a point about earlier. There goes the 2 right side tires of the 15 Crown over right past Johnny. But I was saying we didn't talk much about Johnny today, but damn, Johnny's been doing phenomenal all day, so he deserves the credit. Let's jump in his car. Let's see what he's doing. Right now, it doesn't seem like he's saving anything other than just has a good driving car.
He can't afford to save. Striker, he is 16 seconds back. Even if the leaders pit right now, they're going to be able to come out and get back on this lead, past that leader for the race. This guy needs to just drive hard and hope for a caution. Drive hard, drive long, and hope a caution comes out before he has to come in for fuel.
They're staying out. There's 14 to go. They're saving fuel.
I see some people saving fuel, but did they do their math? Did they get it right? The Crown Over is on the move. He realized these guys are going for the fuel run. He is driving like a bat out of hell right now to try to get this lap back. He is digging hard.
He was the fastest guy on and off the pits. His pit time was 49 seconds from cone to cone. Second fastest was Brandon Zimmerman. He had a great pit as well, 49.1 to Crown Over's 49.0. So, I mean, they both hit their marks. Mr. Zimmerman's out there with a set of tires as well as crown over.
I'm running around the track here in my drone, flying like a bat out of hell, just trying to see if there's any potential of risk here for these leaders to maybe get caught with a caution here. But everyone's spread out. I see every once in a while someone making a pass, but everyone's being courteous. I think they're scared and knuckle gripping the hell out of this wheel with these tires.
There just might not be enough. There just might not have enough tire
seems to
left.
be off pace. He's letting everyone by. He's just on a Sunday cruise. It looks like the 28 is just going to wrap this bad boy up and get it on the hauler and get to the next race. He is running in top 11th, 3 laps down. So, you know, you never give up.
That's the whole point. There is no stage points. It's basically a war of attrition, right? You got to show up, you got to log the laps, you got to finish and get what you can get. So this is one of those grinding out ones that he's going to have to do, just deal with it. But he's actually, he finishes where he can there or sneaks another position or two. This might be a good night for him.
We're looking down here at single-digit laps to go. The 29 is still cruising. The 52 is back about 2.5 seconds. But I'm interested to see how much fight does this 77 have. It's wrecked a couple times. It's got rear-ended. It's got banged up, beat up. I want to see if he's going to try to fight to stay on the lead lap here. Because if a caution comes out late, he's going to be in prime position to be up front with a few laps to go here. He's got to try to stay on this lead lap.
He's doing a good job so far. He's about 26 seconds behind the leader. But Cale's coming up on him here fairly quick. That he might be another victim, as you stated. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, but you know how Mr. Caffrey from Australia, they drive different down there. I believe they drive on the other side of the road. I'm not sure about that. I could be lying, but who knows? But I know he's not from the United States, and they might partake differently on holding that last position.
Caffrey's a good guy. He's gonna let Cale go right by. Here he comes. Cale's running right up on him.
We're gonna see. The truth is gonna be in this corner. No, the 77 says not today. I'm gonna shut the door for you. You're gonna have to get me on the next lap.
Cale's just setting him up for coming out of the two. There you go.
So easy, so easy. Cale makes this so easy. This is almost getting boring. Watching this 29 just pick people off left and right. That just knocked it down to 6 drivers on the lead lap. And those 6, Cal, Jason, Johnny, Mark, Robert, Church, and all of a sudden Rayburn in the 6th hole.
These are all names that have saved the car, taken care of their equipment, stayed out of trouble. Wretch and car number 33. This is going to be a great finish. 6 laps to go. He might get podium here in a second if he keeps plugging away. That's a great finish for Mark Retchen. John Hamley, like I said, we haven't talked much about him, but he's running up in 3rd, and we should be talking about him. This guy's a silent assassin.
Right. You got Church coming off of pit road here, but you're right, Stryker. The top runners of this race right now, the top 6 that are still on the lead lap, ironically, they're all 0X. They're keeping their car clean. The only thing that's got on that car is rubber, and that can easily come off at the shop.
4 laps to go for Cale here coming across the start-finish line. Does he have enough fuel? That is the question. We're driving inside in his cockpit with him, trying to listen to the throttle inputs. Is he saving any fuel? That'll tell you where he's at.
Well, he's got a 4-second lead here. If he can get it to almost there, like if he runs out coming out of turn 4, it looks like he still has enough distance to win here. But you never know. These guys could miscalculate, and Jason Day could win this thing from 4 seconds back if he saved enough fuel.
It looks like Jason's taking it even slower than Cale. Cale's got enough. Based off of his throttle inputs, that tells me he feels confident enough that he has got enough fuel, probably enough for the burnout. So we're 3 laps to go, coming across the line here with Cale. It's going to be 2 laps to go, and then he's going to get the white flag, and let's see if he's got enough.
Let's make sure you're right on this now. We don't want to mistake and give a white flag premature, but it doesn't look like this thing is going to end under green. This has been one hell of a race. These guys have been digging, pounding, little cautions up there in the front. We eliminated a couple cars due to illness or wrecked cars, but these guys kept it together, keep racing. Looking forward to see how this pans out next week.
White flag for Cale Spencer. Does Day, Spencer, Hamley have enough fuel? I think they do. I think we might have been overreacting a little bit when it comes to the fuel. These guys aren't even worried about it. Coming down into 3, in the middle of 3, heading out to number 4. Cale.
As long as he clears this 6, he's clear. Hell of a finish here to 29. Followed by Jason Day to 52 to 84. John Hamley to 33 of Mark Retchen. And Brian Rainburn round off the top 5. These are the top 5, and the top 5 that were on the lead lap.
What a race. What a race. These are the type of races that you learn to appreciate what these guys are having to do behind that wheel. This is an extremely difficult car, horrible track. One of the better tracks, but one of the more difficult tracks to actually race on. And they come out here, and I think, what do we get, 3-4 cautions out of that? That was phenomenal. 185 laps. Cale Spicer, definitely the dominant vehicle. He's coming in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these guys have a quick breather. We're going to round up some of these drivers, kind of close out the show, and we will be back in just a second. Hey, Cale. You got a copy?
Howdy. Yeah, I got you.
What's going on, Cale? What a performance today. What a race. Congratulations on the victory. Pretty much dominated the entire race. Had plenty of clean air. You had to come around and pass a couple of cars there at the end, but you ended up getting that long green flag run that you looked like you were setting up for. Tell me a little bit about how the race unfolded and how you maintained that lead.
Yeah, so big thing early on, just keeping the car clean. You don't want the tires getting out from under you, fenders getting pushed in. But that last stretch there, that was just a little bit over what a fuel tank should be. So a lot of fuel saving coming off the gas real early and probably about 40 or 50 laps without touching the brakes, just letting the car coast into the corners. You really don't want to be on pit lane here. 35 mile an hour, that's a game ender.
Yeah,
So,
we've seen
yeah,
that.
go ahead.
We've seen that, Gail. We were discussing that towards the end there. We were all hell bent in the broadcast booth here that you guys needed to pit. Now the 18 of Anthony Crown, or excuse me, the 15 of Anthony Crownover pitted, and it looked like he was trying to undercut you guys, but little to us that you guys had enough fuel to make it there. The one thing that I did see here is you had a little problem. Not a problem. I think you were. I told Stryker that you were the cat with 15 mice tonight. You were the dominating performance. You did have some lap traffic to deal with. The 20, or excuse me, the Brad Dove on the 25. He came out on those new tires, passed you leaders, showed a little hot flash in the pan, and then you guys just gobbled him back up. But what was your struggles getting? Were there any struggles getting around lap down cars?
Oh, lots of struggles. Yeah, this is a really tough track to pass at. You want to probably get under people and pass them low, but the problem with that is when you get too low on the track trying to throttle up out of the corner, it's extremely loose. You really need that space to come up, and you can pass on the high side too, but you really got to throw a lot more car at it to make that work. So just a balancing act. You want to put yourself in a good position and just kind of ride it out until you get a shot to clear somebody.
How
Well, Kale, I'll tell you what, Kale, you come into this race, everybody was talking about how dominant you are in these cars, the 87s. Rayburn definitely gets to race with you a lot in the officials here. It definitely shows that you are the class of the field here. Keep up the good racing. Any shout outs for you?
Yeah, we got Old Spice, my dad, probably watching this if he's still awake. Shout out to Phil. And thank you guys for putting this on. Chop Shop TV is top quality.
Kale, one question before I let you go. How close were you to running out of fuel? We figured you were close, but I was paying attention to your throttle inputs there towards the tail end of that run, and it felt like you were pretty confident there. So I'm saying you had about 3 more laps left.
Hey, pretty close. We're hovering around 2.5 laps for most of that while I was saving, and then right near the end, I started burning a little bit of gas. Came into pit lane here due to a burnout, and that was all she had.
Awesome. That's all I wanted to know. Much appreciated. A hell of a performance this evening. You definitely put on a great performance. Class of the field. The cream rose to the top. You did have some guys like Jason Day and Hambley and a few others that were pushing you, and it looked like you were doing a great job and just fending them off. So congratulations to anybody out there that's watching. Kale has won both the first and second races of the season, which is phenomenal and unheard of in this Chop Shop era. We thank you very much. We appreciate everything. And then enjoy your victory. Enjoy your weekend if we don't talk to you, but we'll catch you next Thursday.
Thanks, fellas. God bless.
Have a good one, Kale. We're going to bring in Johnny. Johnny Hamley ended up finishing third. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hamley, I'm going to pass you over here to John. He's going to ask you a couple quick questions.
Johnny, man, what I tell you, out of nowhere, I'll be honest with you, you were not on my radar, not because of talent, just because of attrition. You were back there hovering around. It looked like you were just kind of setting people up, letting them burn the tires off. Is that the case? Were tires the situation in this race here? Is it the man that saved the most tire and fuel win the race?
I wish I were that smart, John. Had a little bit of luck, a little bit of getting tires at the right time, and then saving them a bit. Honestly, and it was attrition. It was just I know I was somewhere around fifth or sixth, and had a couple of people have to pit or whatnot. I was just by that point I had to save some fuel and save some tire. I had the 33 running me down at the end. My wrists hurt from white knuckling the last 40 laps. It was a blast. I'm not comfortable in the car. Love the car, loving this league so far, but tonight was a shock to me as much as you.
I got to tell you, I've said this in the pre-broadcast, the pre-show here, that things are going to be different for a lot of these drivers. A lot of these guys that run in this series are chop shop loyalists. They run all different series. They run the 80, or excuse me, the regular Cup cars, the Xfinity O'Reilly car, the truck, and that is a different drive. Dover and the trucks and the modern cars here, you got a lot of speed, but here you have to get out there and practice. These 87s are big, heavy, and it's a lot of off throttle time. A lot of guys impressed me tonight that I thought for sure was not going to be able to handle this kind of racing, but I was showed different, and you definitely well deserving podium of third place there.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Seriously, it means a lot in this league. I'm a road racer by trade, and got into ovals and just love these 87s for some reason. And I spent all of practice working on my throttle control because I was spinning out. I was heating up those right rears and spinning out all over the place, and I just continuously pretended I had an egg between my foot and the pedal. That's all I could do. That's all I had.
Well, you did an awesome job.
Thanks, fellas. Good run. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to congratulate you, Johnny. This is Michael in the booth. I want to congratulate you on a phenomenal run. You kind of were the silent assassin today. You ran middle, top half of the field throughout that whole race, and then towards the end, you were just there. You stayed out of trouble. You kept your car clean. You took care of your equipment. And when when push comes to shove, and you had to move your cards all on the table, you were ready for it. So congratulations, road course ringer or not, you showed true prowess today at Dover, the Monster Mile. So congratulations. We appreciate you showing up this week. Third place, phenomenal positioning for you. Go ahead and give your shout outs.
Shout out to this league and what the job you guys are doing. And so far, these drivers I've been around have had some great battles. I remember racing Church for like 5 laps. I was inside of him, couldn't get by him. It's clean though. I had a great night. I think the road racing, learning to eliminate your mistakes, don't make mistakes, paid off tonight in this car on a track like this. But shout out to y'all, and shout out to my wife for letting me pretend I'm a race car driver.
Definitely shout out to the wife, Mrs. Hamley. Thank you for letting them come and race with us.
Thanks, guys.
That's Johnny in the 84 car. What a phenomenal race he had. I mean, out of nowhere.
Unbelievable. Out of nowhere. We were talking about him earlier, and we're like, man, this guy, out of nowhere, comes up here and gets that third place position.
Well, the man of the night, the one that we anticipated, that thought he was going to have something for Mr. Kale there at the end, Mr. Jason Day, both 1 and 2 Canadians, doing a hell of a job showing these Americans how to run the Monster Mile. Tell me a little bit about your day, Jason, and how did it unfold?
Well, it started off with a lot of intimidation. Rayburn spent the week telling us that Kale was going to kick our ass, and so I was pretty scared. I didn't know what really to expect, but I came in. The car felt really good. Track was tighter than I had tested earlier in the week, so it felt a little different. It felt really good in the long run. I felt like one of the long stints there, I actually had something for Kale. I said to Rayburn over the Discord that I said, I think I'm actually catching him. And Rayburn's like, no way. And I said, no, I think I am. Like, I actually think I'm catching him. And I was able to get to him there. And then we had that last caution. And then we ran, and I was like, I'm not going to push too much. I want to be able to have something for the end. And then I looked at the fuel gauge, and I was about 10 laps short when we started that run. And then I just tried to save. Clutching these cars is really sketchy. If you let off the clutch in the corner, it wants to just spin around. I don't know if you guys saw me a couple times where I almost lost it, but what I was doing was basically just letting off early, clutching down the straightaways, and then letting off the clutch just before the corner so I could brake and coast through the corner again. And I was able to save enough to cross the start finish line. I ran out when I was coming around to pit lane after we took the green or the checkered flag, but I think if I didn't have to save so much fuel, I think Kale is so experienced in these cars, and this is only my third race in these, so just so much more experience. He was able to save more and know where to save more and type thing. So, I'm happy with the run, happy with second, but definitely think I could have had something for him if we could straight up and not have to worry about fuel.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've been watching you guys, you top 3, 4 drivers the whole race. and I did see you having the pace to get to him. You were on his bumper a couple times. I don't know if traffic played into that or lap down cars, but he was. You obviously don't know what his fuel situation is. You can only assume that he is saving fuel at that time too. When you did get to him, he was saving fuel. I believe he only finished with a couple laps of fuel, enough to do a burnout and stuff. So if you did have the fuel and the time, I think you could have got him just due to the fact that he had to save. So you guys were on similar strategies. What I'm interested to know is all that clutching, all that pedal input and stuff like that, and having to deal with lap down cars. How frustrating can it be at those times when you're trying to get around cars, knowing that Kale is just getting farther and farther away?
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. I got a little bit I caught him there once, like you said, I caught him, and I had a chance to pass him, and then I said, no, that's dumb of me. I don't have enough experience in these. I think I'm just going to stay right behind him and let him pace, because if I've learned it from Nate enough that if you try to pass him, he'll just toy with you and go. So I felt like Kale was going to be that guy, but yeah, the lap traffic was a little bit frustrating. I know Dove came out about 17 laps down and roaring on new tires and passed us both. I kind of just let him go and went by, and then about, I think it was 7 or 8 laps later, we caught back up to him again, and he let us go. It wasn't disrespectful or anything like that, but those type of things just play into you thinking that something might happen, or a guy gets loose in between, and you run into that. But the lap cars were really respectful most of the night. I did notice one thing, with these guys, that the guys that run these cars a lot, the new guys that we have, the respect level of when to let guys go and when to push is way different, because you're just, the tire wear and the long runs seem to happen in these 87s more, and the guys just, they know when to let guys go and they know when to push, and I like the respect. And it's I might be an old school guy, or if anybody's watched my podcast, I don't realize how much I've been ranting lately about stupid moves on the racetrack, but I'm really enjoying the series, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, I hope that is true, your statement there, because the racing tonight was phenomenal. I thought, even though there was not a lot of wrecks, I know people go to see wrecks, but I enjoyed the racing, and some of the things that I seen out there, you might be saying they're respecting, but I think they're just white knuckling it. I'm willing to bet it was a little tough there, especially if you got those tires heated up. I'm sure these guys were sitting there, please just get around me as quickly as possible because I'm holding on to a shit box.
Yeah, I disagree. I think there was a time we passed Jeff K. I think it was Jeff K. And he was little loose, and I got a little scared at that point. But no, I think the respect, like, yeah, there's a lot of guys that are definitely white knuckling it for sure, because it's something new for a lot of us, and that
Hmm.
you don't have that same confidence that you have in the truck, or the Cup car, or the Xfinity, where the cars stick more. These things don't stick, and you're on that bias ply tire and roll over, and I was saying to Rayburn that for me, the horsepower wise is not the same, but when I raced mini stocks in real life, that's the way my car felt, the same way as what these do in here, like the way my wheels all over the place and the way they roll around. So I feel like that might be helping me a little bit. I didn't have the same kind of horsepower as these things do, but the way they feel on the track is definitely familiarity thing for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, tonight I thought you had a chance, but you're right. There's a lot of hype around Mr. Spicer, and I'm hoping to see someone give him a challenge. You and Nate definitely were challenged there, but Nate got a little illness, so he had to drop out of the race. But there's plenty of racing down the stretch here. Hope to see you up there in the top three, and we'll give Kale here a run for his money.
Absolutely. I'm hoping to stick where I'm at, and learn a lot from him. He's definitely got a lot of experiences. He looks so smooth on the track, and it's nice to watch. So like hoping to learn from him and keep up front. And Rayburn's been super helpful. So I'm really really looking forward to everything.
Well, Jason, P2, give us your shout outs.
Well, first off, thanks to you guys. I've been bragging you guys up all week about your last broadcast. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job. I'm super excited about this Chop TV stuff with the podcast, with Dove and I, with you guys, with the in-house broadcasting of this 87 series, and hopefully it moves on to some other series in the future. You did a fantastic job the way you guys play off each other. So hats off to you guys. Hats off to Coulter for sponsoring the series, putting all these paints and stuff up, and I really appreciate that. Want to say thanks to my girlfriend Shannon at home, who actually watched this race and sent me a P2 thing after the race was over. So appreciate her for doing that, and gonna go see her in a bit. So that was nice of her. And yeah, just thanks to everybody that puts on this series. I don't know all the sponsors right now. I wish I had a list right now. I wish I did, but I'll get better for next time. So I wasn't expecting to get an interview tonight. But yeah, just everybody, you, Bollinger, Stryker, everybody that has anything to do with this league, all the admins, everything's fantastic. And yeah, and check out the Chop Shop weekly podcast with Brad Dove and myself, Inside the Rig with myself, and the Dove Bomb podcast with Brad Dove. Give some more likes and shares to our Chop Shop Media group, and get us out there. Maybe Dirty Mo Media will come along to us one of these days and get us all on there.
That would be awesome. Well, Jason, I'll tell you what, the sponsor of this series is your podcast. So
Oh, I guess I'm forking money out for this. Okay, all right. Perfect,
Yes. There you go. So you are the sponsor of this. So guys, come check it out. We got Jason Day, P2, finished tonight. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, John. So, what did you think? What are your end results here?
Oh, what a race. What a race. Totally opposite of what I said here. They proved me wrong tonight. I thought this was going to be chaos in the making, but they ran good laps. They kept it steady. Like Jason Day said, everyone was respectful. I'm going to lean a little too scared. There were some guys probably running in here that were like, geez, Louise, man, this car is all over the place. But they did a hell of a job. Like I said, the top 10 would change, and no, not much. Not much. Same guys up top. We got a couple fallers that didn't make the race tonight. They're going to drop out of the top 10. But hey, this is a long season. Every point counts. Every lap counts. You got to keep the car in the fight.
Absolutely. It was a great race. A lot of good, clean, long green flag runs. Who looked the best today definitely won the race, and there was no heartbreak for Cale. He was the strongest car. He had some competitors today that were definitely showcasing, hey, we can run with you. We have the equipment and the team surrounding us and to support us. So I expect some success out of the guys that were running up front today. Congratulations to Johnny Hamley. Huge shout out to Mark Gretchen. He ended up finishing top 4. Brian Rayburn got top 5. Everybody else after that ended either pitting or down a lap. But we're going to go ahead and round out the top 10. So we had Cale, Jason Day, John Hamley, Mark Gretchen, Brian Rayburn rounding out the top 5. Mr. Caffrey, Crownover, Ty, Brandon, and Robert Church in the top 10. So Clint Hackett did end up having that 11th place finish that we talked about earlier, where we said, hey, this might be one of those days that you end up feeling good about it. So hopefully he feels okay, even though he was involved in some of those incidences earlier. But all in all, this is what racing should be: respectful, clean, yet hard. They did a phenomenal job. Congrats to Cale. Where are we at next week? Where are these guys at next week?
Next week we are packing up the stuff and moving on up to Michigan, Legacy, Michigan. Fast track, almost like a plate race here. That's going to be a big 2-mile track. These guys are going to be getting after it. There is going to be a little tire wear there, but we're going to see more of a pack racing type atmosphere. So this strategy of out driving these guys out man, might be different. We might see another shakeup in the top 10.
That's going to be a fun race. Make sure to guys check it out next week on Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't done so already, come and subscribe and like. So you can talk to us on Facebook, discord.gg/Chop Shop Racing. We want to thank all the sponsors that are out there. We are accepting sponsorship opportunities. We'd love to work with everybody that's out there. So just let us know if anybody's interested in co-partnering with Chop Shop. If you want to go ahead and reach us out at the Discord or Facebook, we'd gladly appreciate it. But we thank everybody out there, especially our fans still are out there watching us. Thank you very much. Check in, sign up. We'll have some new content here moving forward. We appreciate you. Closing segments, John?
Nothing. Peace. Have a good night. Have a good week, just guys. All the other drivers in the out there listening, watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for checking us out. This is something new me and Stryker are dipping our toes into. We love the racing. We love putting this stuff together for you guys at Chop Shop. We hope to keep growing this. It's only as strong as our local community and drivers, and you guys all do a hell of a job. So my shout out is to all the drivers. Keep up the good work. We'll keep putting stuff out for Chop Shop. We'll keep giving our 100% on everything. And definitely Striker's the class act here. He's been getting all this AI stuff together. Some guys are loving it. Keep doing that hard work, Striker. It's good. It's helping out our channel, and I really appreciate it.
We love everybody out there. If you haven't done so already, remember, subscribe and like. We'll catch you next week.
Peace.
Thank you.